Hello and welcome. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and today we are going to learn one of the most famous classical pieces of all time, Für Elise. The great Ludwig van Beethoven composed Für Elise a little over 200 years ago in Vienna, and then dedicated it to a mysterious woman named Elise. In German, Für Elise means for Elise. And who was this woman Elise? No one knows. But as you listen to Für Elise, you can get some hints about how Beethoven felt about her. By the end of this video, you are going to be playing one of the most famous, beloved classical piano pieces of all time. By the way, this Für Elise tutorial you are watching is my super easy preparatory level tutorial, which is perfect for anyone with 0 to 6 months of experience playing piano. To help you master this song, I highly recommend that you get the accompanying sheet music for this tutorial, which is available for purchase online at the Hoffman Academy store. Or, if you're a premium member of Hoffman Academy, the sheet music is free, included with your premium membership. If you're a more experienced pianist and you'd like a harder version of Für Elise, check out my Level 1 tutorial, or if you'd like Beethoven's original advanced version of Für Elise, check out my Level 4 or Level 6 tutorials. Okay, let's come to the piano to start learning. Let's take a look at the notes we're going to need to play Für Elise. These two blue notes are the only notes you'll need to use your left hand to play. And to find them, just look for two black keys nearest the middle of your piano. We have a middle C and E, a skip above that. And those two notes will be played with your finger 1, it's your left hand thumb, and finger 3 of your left hand, your middle finger. Okay, so go ahead and get your left hand in position there on C and E. And then up here in the right hand, we have the notes A, B, C, D, and E. We'll need all 5 of those notes. So we'll need all 5 fingers of your right hand covering up those 5 notes, starting here on A, which is in between this group of 3 black keys right there. Go ahead and get your right hand in position on those 5. Now every once in a while, we'll also need a D sharp, which will be played with finger 4. So your 4 will sometimes be on D, sometimes on D sharp, so just stay flexible there. Then every once in a while, we'll also need a G sharp, which you'll use finger 1. You'll shift your hand forward to play 1 on G sharp. So with your hands in this position, you're ready to start playing. Now, checking out the first 5 notes of Für Elise, you'll notice it goes back and forth between E and D sharp using the right hand fingers 5 and 4. We've got finger 5 on E, so we can go ahead and move finger 4 up to D sharp. Now when you'll do that, you don't have to keep your other fingers there. Go ahead and just let the hand naturally shift up, so you're only worrying about these 2 notes. So you're going to use those 2 fingers to go back and forth on these first 5 notes. E, D, E, D, E. And when I say D, I really mean D sharp. Now, you try that. Good, let's do it one more time together. Go. E, D, E, D, E. Good, now look at the next 4 notes. After that, we're going to need to make sure our fingers are falling back in this kind of 5-note position. And the next 4 notes go B, D, C, A, which kind of forms a pattern. You notice we've got this skip up here from B to D, and then a step down, then a skip down. So these notes are in pairs. We've got a skip up and then a skip down. B, D, C, A. Will you try those 4 notes? Good, now if we put that all together, we get E, D sharp, E, D sharp, E, B, D, C, A. And a little bit more quickly, we get Now, press pause, and I'd like you to just work on those first 9 notes several times on your own until you feel comfortable with it, then press play to go on. I'd like to point out that when you play this, I'd like you to really make sure you have good piano posture. It's common for beginner students to play with a really flat pinky, which is a bad habit to get into. Try to play near the tip. Also, for the right feel on Für Elise, it needs to be played gently. So don't hammer out the notes, Play it delicately and with feeling. You'll notice I start soft and I crescendo a little bit in the middle and then get soft again at the end. That makes it really nice. Now let's go on to the next section. You'll notice the next two notes are played by the left hand. I know that because they're down in the bass clef. And we just have C, E, and then the right hand plays A, B. So again, the left hand plays finger 3, then 1, 3, 1, then the right hand plays 1, 2. C, E, A, B. Now you try. Let's try it together now. C, E, A, B. Good. Now, looking at the next one, we have E, G sharp. So to get to the G sharp, we're going to have to shift or slide our right hand forward a little bit so your finger one can comfortably reach that G sharp. Don't cramp your hand over like this, just glide forward and you'll be able to reach it really easily. So we have E, G sharp, B. Notice I'm playing the B way up here because of where I've had to shift my hand for my thumb on the G sharp, and then B, C. By that time you can slide your hand back down if you like to this more normal position. Okay, so watch that one more time. E, G sharp, B, C. Notice how I slid my hand to accommodate the black key. Now you try that on your own. Good, now let's put those two phrases together. We have C, E, A, B, E, G sharp, B, C. Now, press pause and practice those 8 notes on your own several times until you feel comfortable, and then press play to go on. Good, now next up, we have E in the left hand, which is played with finger 1, and I kind of pounded that, don't do that. Play it gently, E, and then E for the right hand way up here with finger 5, your pinky. So we have E, E, D sharp, E, D sharp, E, B, C, B, D, C, A. It goes back into the main theme. The only thing that's different this time is we've led into it with this E in the left hand. E, E, D sharp, E, D sharp, E, B, D, C, A. And then we've got the same pattern as before, C, E, A, B. And now a new pattern, E, C, B, A. Okay, so let's try this new pattern. E, C, so we go from E in the left hand to C in the right hand with finger 3, then 2, 1. E, C, B, A. Now you try. Good, now let's go all the way back to where we play this E with the left hand. E, E, D sharp, E, D sharp, E, B, D, C, A. C, E, A, B. E, C, B, A. Press pause and try that entire section on your own, then press play to go on. Now next, you'll notice when we get there, there's a repeat sign. This little symbol here with the 2 dots and the 1 thin and 1 thick line, that's called a repeat sign. And it takes you back to the start of the piece. So then we get to do the whole thing again. And the last time, when you're on the second time, I like to slow down and get really soft on those last 3 notes, getting softer on each one and slowing down. That makes a really nice ending. Now, I'm going to play all the way through with the repeat. If you'd like to try playing along, you can, or if you'd just like to listen to see what it's going to sound like, that's fine too. Ready, go. One thing I wanted to mention is to be sure to hold these dotted quarter notes extra long. If we're using rhythm words, we could say ti 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 ta ti 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 ta ti. You know, it's a ta plus an extra half beat. 1 and 2 ba ba ba. 1 and 2 ba ba ba. 1 and 2. Sometimes I hear kids play those dotted quarter notes too fast, like da 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 da. But that loses the charm of Für Elise. You've got to hold those extra long. Ba ba, hold ba ba ba, hold it ba ba, hold it ba ba ba, hold it ba 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 ba. Okay, so hold those dotted quarter notes. Okay, you know the main melody for Für Elise now. And this is a slightly simplified version for this preparatory tutorial. If you master this and you feel like a harder one, you can go on to the next tutorial, which is my level 1 version. Great job learning how to play the melody of Für Elise today. To help you in your practicing, I recommend that you use the sheet music, which remember is available from the Hoffman Academy online store or available for free with your Hoffman Academy Premium membership. Happy practicing, and see you next time. Hey, would you two like to hear an interesting story about Für Elise? You betcha! Okay, well, Für Elise has become so famous over the years that I imagine there are very few people on the entire planet who haven't heard it. In fact, when I lived on the other side of the Pacific Ocean in Korea for a couple of years, and this is a true story, I found out that they had invented a very special way to let you know that it was time to take out your trash. The garbage truck had a loudspeaker that would play music. Oh, like on an ice cream truck? Yes, like an ice cream truck, except you wouldn't want to eat anything out of this truck.
Yeah, gross.
Well, as the garbage truck drove around, every week, guess what melody it would play over and over as it drove around picking up your trash?
What?
Für Elise.
What? Huh? You mean that beautiful song was like the trash anthem? Yeah, I don't know how Beethoven would feel about his piece being used as the theme for taking out your garbage. Indeed. So it'd be like singing, "Truck is coming, please take out your trash. Take out your trash. Take out your trash." Oh.
Did I just hear my favorite song? What? Hey, trash can appreciate true musical beauty too, you know.